Hello all, and welcome back to Operation Goodwood. It is January 1938, turn 4 for the British and the French. So let's start with some tech rolls. The British have two major factories, going to go for improved construction on white dice and the long-range aircraft on the red die. So we need a 7 with white and an 8 with red. That is a 4 and an 11, so red is a hit. So long-range aircraft goes up to stage 1, improved construction. I'm still not hitting, which is not good, but hey, we'll keep going for it. Okay, buys. The British are going to buy, with their $14, 2 infantry for 6 and 4 militia for 8. The Far East have $5. They're going to get 1 infantry and 1 militia. The Anzacs are going to hold their $6 again. And the French are going to start a fortification and get 2 militia. So let's start with all the non-combat movements now. And yeah. So the Anzacs aren't doing anything. They're going to stay exactly the same. Far East Command, nothing is changing over in the Indian area. The transport in Aden and the 2 infantry are going to go up to Lower Egypt and go in the port. Jeez. I'm just knocking everything over right now. Yeah, I'll fix that later. It's not staying up. But they're in port. The British fleet in M2 is all going to come over here and join the fleet in M8. So that's 2 TBDs, a light cruiser, 2 subs, and 4 destroyers are all going to come over here and hang out in the M8 with the rest of the fleet that was there. The transport plane from Gibraltar is going to fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back to southern England. The Navy in A23 is going to go 1 to A22. It's a coastal defense ship, battle cruiser, and a heavy cruiser. And the fleet in A6 is going to join them. Is going to be a battleship, 2 heavy cruisers, a light cruiser, and a destroyer, all in I covered it up now, all in A22. Okay. The airborne and the 2 infantry in London are going to go to southern England. And the seaplane in southern England is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down to Gibraltar. I think... Oh, and I forgot down here again. The infantry in Cape Town is going to rail up to Lower Egypt. Okay. So I think that is all the British movements. I'm just doing a quick look, and if I miss something, I will fix it with the French here too. But I believe that is all I'm doing for the British. So then, Far East Command, going to place an infantry and a militia in Calcutta. The British are going to place an infantry in Cape Town, a militia in Sudan, Nubia, and Tanrika. They're going to place the last militia in northern England. And they're going to place the infantry in London. Okay, I believe that is it for the British. For the French, just a lot more non-combat movement going on. So the infantry and the Foreign Legion in French Somaliland are going to board the transport, go 1, 2, and get dropped off into Syria. The medium bomber and the fighter in Syria are going to go onto MAP into M8. That was technically a combat move, but that's the only combat move they're doing is going on the map. The light cruiser in A44 is coming off escort duty, going 1, 2, 3 to A29. The destroyer in A28 is coming off escort duty and going to A29. The destroyer in A20 is coming off escort duty and going into A29. The destroyer in A35 is going up to A29 off escort duty. They are all at sea. And then the TBD is going to move up into A44 and stay on escort duty. Okay, I think that's it for the Navy and the Air Force. The transport in M1 is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strategic naval move over to Aquitaine and go in port with the battleships. The Mountain and the motorized from southern France are going into Aquitaine. The 3 infantry in Picardy are walking into Paris. And I believe... and the sub in A12 is going to go up to A13 and join his buddy up there. Okay. I think that is all the non-combat movement for the French. So we are building the fortification on the border between Aquitaine and Normandy. So it's going to take one more turn to get that thing finished. And then 2 militia, 1 is going to Normandy and 1 is going into Paris. I think that's about it for the French. We do have to roll our tech for France yet. France is going to go for improved construction with the blue die. Need a 7 or higher. We got an 11. So French tech's doing good. I don't know if that's good or bad for me, but hey, French tech's doing good. Oh yeah, one quick thing with the Japanese attacking the warlords in KMT. The British go up 2 to 16. The Americans go up 5 to 11. The French go up 1 to 10. The Far East Command goes up 2 to 7. And the Anzacs go up 2 to 5. So that should fix all that. And the KMT after the warlords are at $4 and the CCP is at $2 after all the changes going on there in Japan. So last thing we got to do now is collect income, and then we'll do a quick disposition because there was a lot of movement going on. So the British did not save anything. They will get $16. For next turn, the Far East Command spent all their money. They're now going to collect 7 for their next turn. The Anzacs kept all their money, so they had 6. They're going to collect 5 more, so they're going to have 11 to spend next turn. And the French spent all their money, and they will collect 10 for their next turn. Okay, quick disposition to make sure I didn't make any errors. So nothing has changed with the Anzacs. The Far East Command Fleet has stayed put. Calcutta now has 2 infantry and 3 militia, so they are maxed out on militia now. That's only changed in the Far East Command. French Somaliland is now open. Lower Egypt has 3 British infantry, 4 Far East infantry, a militia, a colonial troop, 2 transports, battleship, and a heavy cruiser in port. M8 has 2 TBDs, a light cruiser, 2 subs, 5 destroyers, a light carrier with a tactical bomber, a French transport, medium bomber, and a French fighter on map. M2 is now empty. Gibraltar has 4 infantry, a militia, a transport in port, and a seaplane. A44 has a French TBD on escort duty. Southern France has a militia. Aquitaine has a mountain infantry, a motorized, 2 battleships, and a transport in port. A29 has 3 destroyers and a light cruiser at sea. There's a fortification being built on the border. Normandy has a militia. Picardy has 2 militia and a motorized. Alsace has 3 infantry. Paris has 5 infantry, artillery, and 2 militia. A22, I believe it is, has 3 heavy cruisers, a light cruiser, a battle cruiser, a destroyer, a coastal defense ship, and a battleship. I think I got all that correct. London has an infantry and a militia. Southern England has 2 infantry, an airborne, a fighter, an air transport, a medium bomber, and 2 militia. Northern England has 2 militia, and Scotland has a mountain man. A5 has two French subs, and A13 has 2 French subs. I believe that is everything. If I missed anything, guys, please ask. Once again, long range was hit, the stage 1 for the British, and improved factories, the stage 1 for the French. Any questions, guys, please ask, and we'll see you next year. Enjoy.